Boom. Meeting is now streaming live. All right. Hey, what's happening? World Wrestling Live. I'm back. This morning we were live from the knockout, or where the knockout is going to be. The Southern Bell is going to be. The middle school champ is going to be at Silver Spurs. And now I've got a great young man on. I was able to meet his family at the Danny Byron a couple weeks ago, and talking to his dad a little bit. And next thing you know, here he is. He wrestles. He's a freshman at the great Camden County program in Georgia. If anybody knows anything about wrestling in Georgia, they know how great that program is, how intense they are. And this young man is growing up through it, and his name is Robert Himes, with an M, not with an N, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome aboard, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today, sir?
Good, man. It's been hectic. I left the house, excuse me, ran to Silver Spurs about, 25 minutes from me. Did a show there so I can showcase that event, and then ran back so I can get ready for you. And we're good to go, man. Here we are.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I just got back from practice. It was a heck of a practice today. We had kids from Yulee, and it was just another sweat fest for 2 hours.
Wow, yeah. So when I first started to do some of this, I heard the name Camden County. So I reached out to the gentleman that does Southeast Wrestle, and I was like, hey, tell me about this place. And he's like, man, if you ever want to get to an intense practice in Georgia, go watch that practice. They'll have anywhere from 80 to 100 kids in the room every day, and just tons of action.
Yeah, it gets very, very, very hard and intense. Like I said, it gets so, if you need to lose weight, you just step into the varsity room, you will sweat a good 2 pounds off in the first 10 minutes.
So they know what they're doing up there in Camden County, huh?
Yeah, most certainly.
So I know you were just down here for the Danny Byron, and then
Yes,
just this past weekend you were down here for the Bill Scott. How'd it go for you, or what did you think of those matches? I know those tournaments are pretty intense. Obviously, not as many athletes as we usually get. I know the Bill Scott's usually 2 days. It was 1 day this year, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was just 1 day, and it was back-to-back matches.
And man, you are in an intense weight class. Being in that 106 weight class, you came down to Danny Byron. You won your bracket the first day, and as a consolation prize, you got Dominguez, Paradon, and Heap. Congratulations! How'd that? Some tough kids, right?
Very tough kids.
Yeah, that's my son. I took him there as well to kind of get kind of see where we're at in the growth process, and I was happy that he got out of the 5th and 6th bracket the first day, so he got the 3rd and 4th. He proceeded to go 0 and 5 the second day. There were 2 kids in his bracket from Camden, 2 state guys, another guy from Buckholz, and he wrestled hard, but it was just another level,
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. I went 0 and 6 that day, and it gets tough. It's really tough for getting in at your first year. You're going to get pummeled really badly.
Yeah, that's a great tournament, and what I had never been before, but I was happy that I went. And what a lot of the coaches told me was the reason they go there every year and love it is because Coach Bird, who runs the program there, he always makes it where you get 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 matches. So it's a great beginning of the year for the kids. And just to have an idea, there's a young man at Lake Gibson, and I was talking to Lake Gibson's coach, and they're multiple time state champion. I'm sure you've heard of them. And the kid went like 0 and 10 last year at Danny Byron, and he made it to states 4 months later. So to give you an idea of why they love that tournament at the beginning is because they get so many intense matches. Plus you get a lot of tape to kind of be coached throughout the season. So it's fun. So you guys, then you came down for the Bill Scott. That looked like you had some success there. You came in 4th.
Yeah, they were putting it at 4th, but I want to say, I don't want to say technically, I got third, tied with David Cohn.
Oh yeah, because of the they didn't let you wrestle, right? The last one.
Yeah, I hit my 5-match limit for the day.
What are you gonna do? So yeah, so technically, but they put it as a forfeit. But who cares? You'll get to wrestle again. Live to see another day. I was sharing us all around so that everybody can see that you're on here with us. So that's perfect. And so man, so you started wrestling up in Pennsylvania, right? Was I reading that right?
Yes, sir. Started in Pennsylvania.
And then, but that for some reason it didn't catch traction for you. You had from talking to you earlier, they just maybe people didn't take you serious, or maybe you weren't around the right coaches or the right people that fit your personality. But for whatever reason, it kind of sucked, right?
Yeah, I just kind of got put as the water boy and a bench warmer for the entire season.
And you know what? Maybe you'll look back one day and go, "I'm glad they did that because I'm so much better now because of it." But it does suck when it happens to you. But so you transitioned to Camden, right? Camden County down there. Your family, you all moved, right?
Yep.
What has this move meant for you and your wrestling career?
Well, the move completely changed my wrestling career. I thought I was just going to be doomed to sit on the sideline and the bench for the entirety of my wrestling career. I thought I was just going to be, yay, go team, not get anything, and just be terrible at wrestling. Well, the moment we moved in the start of the first week, I knew I grew instantaneously because I went second place the first tournament we started, and that was like a week into practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Sit up a little bit because all I'm seeing is your lips.
Oh, did the audio cut out?
No, I couldn't see you. There you go. Better, yeah.
My dog just jumped on the bed.
Yeah, I lost you. So I was like, where'd he go? Man, so what have these coaches meant to you at Camden? And, shout out their names. Tell us what they meant to you and what makes that program so amazing. I've heard amazing things. I haven't been there personally yet, but I've heard the program is just top notch.
Well, Coach Wilder and Coach Metters and all of them, Coach Abe, Coach Dan, all of them, they've all done the best they can for me. From like Coach Metters and Coach Abe have really worked on me for my diet. Like one of the worst things I did was I fasted and I starved myself to try to cut weight. And they're like, no, you will get kicked for the rest of your career if you starve yourself. They fixed that. But while Coach Wilder and Coach Dan helped me by getting more time in when I was like, I didn't feel like I worked hard enough. Can you keep going? Give me an extra 30 minutes. Give me an extra hour. And they stayed as long as I could. They stayed as long as they could to help me keep getting better and better.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, don't you feel like the drive you have now came from being doubted?
Yeah, it helped me. So I'm like, I'm not going to be doubted again. I'm not going to be set on the bench. I want to start. I want to be noticed. I want to go down in Camden history. I want to be on that wall of state champions. I want to be on the wall. I want to have my name with years, 2021, 2022, so on and so forth down the line.
Man, that's awesome. Well, good for you. And hey, you can do anything you put your mind to, right? So go get it. And you obviously have the right room, the right coaches, and you're surrounded by the right people. You had mentioned to me when we were talking that even the support system around Camden, as far as friends, other kids, other teammates, has been just totally different from where you came from. Talk about that.
Back in Pennsylvania, I was literally just a beating dummy. They would pull me in just to show like a move. Like they might show me, this is how you put in a cradle. This is how you throw in a half. This is how you do a half Nelson. Now I've got friends that they let me practice my stuff. I let them practice their stuff. It's worked so much better than PA in so many different ways.
And they teach you right as you go. Like I've noticed sometimes when my son will wrestle a better kid, after they're done wrestling, that kid and I think this is why I love the sport so much, because so many kids are like this. They'll get up and they'll come over and they'll be like, hey, you know, when I had this in, don't grab my wrist. That just gives me another opportunity. Get your elbows in, or, you know, they show them and talk to them about how to get better. Is that something that you experience as well?
Yes, I experienced that a lot, and I try to reciprocate that to the other kids that I beat as much as I can. They're kids that I know I'm gonna beat. I'm just like, hey, next time don't open up your legs so much. That's how I got that shot in, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's great. And, you know, passing it forward is big, right?
Yeah, that's how you're gonna get everyone better. That's how you make everyone have a great time while you wrestle.
Man, how many, you know, coming into when you first got to that Camden wrestling room and you walked in and there's, I don't know, dozens and dozens of kids, were you just like, whoa,
Yeah,
here we go?
there were maybe I think 12 kids in my old school. There were maybe, yeah, like I said, just maybe 12. When I walked in there, I'm like, I have so many options to choose from. Who do I wrestle first?
And what do you think that's meant for you and the process? You obviously are getting better. I see who you're wrestling against. I see your scores. Uh, Having those drill partners every day, what's that mean?
It helps challenge me in the way in different categories that I need to work harder in. Like I have one friend, Eli, who helps me ride my legs a lot strong, helps me ride legs a lot better. I have other kids like Isaiah who helps me with my front headlocks. I have friends like Chase who help me with my shots. They're all good at their own thing that helps me, and they help me with my my technique, so I get better at what I need to. So sorry, I
I
can't
got
speak.
it. I got it. Don't be nervous. We're good. Um, what what are your goals for this year? Obviously, being a COVID year, it's been kind of tough at the beginning, but it seems like Georgia and Florida were both open to a certain extent. Have you been able to get uh, back on the mat often? Are you able to get into tournaments often? Will there be? I don't know too much about Georgia, but is there going to be a state tournament this year? What are some
There
of your
is
goals moving forward?
there is going to be a state tournament. The first 2 weeks are going to be in Camden, and it's COVID's my only real goal in COVID right now is just don't get it. Just stay on the mat as long as you can.
Yeah, I think it's all everyone's goal, right?
Yeah, just don't get it, and you'll keep getting better. That's what I've been telling myself. Um, while we're on the topic of like matches, there are little matches that I do have to worry about though. The biggest one I got to worry about for COVID is Thursday night fights. We have three other teams. It's like a mini tournament. It's, no, I said that wrong. Mini round robin. You have kids from like Yulee, Richmond Hill, and Fleming all come in to Camden, and we just get 3-4 matches in a day. And it's kind of like practice. It's like a scrimmage almost.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you guys do that every Thursday night.
Yeah, every Thursday night.
Now, is it different teams that rotate in or the same kids?
It's different teams every time. There's one team that gets traded up for a different team.
Nice. Nice. So that's cool. That helps the whole area get better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it helps everyone get a lot better experience with multiple different kids.
Wow. So what what so far what has wrestling done for you and your young life and your young career? How has it helped you mentally? How has it challenged you? How has it made you better?
Well, this is coming straight from my parents and my friends. My confidence shoots up every time wrestling season starts. They're saying I get so much more confident. I start embracing more challenging things. Like instead of just sitting at home playing video games, I'll go outside and I'll go run an extra 3 miles in a day. And
And then go back and play the video game.
yeah, and then go back and play video
I have
games.
two boys. They'll be upstairs playing the video game, but all of a sudden they're outside jumping rope, running, doing their drills, and then back to the video games.
Yep, exactly how it goes.
I feel you, man. I see it all the time.
It it does have its challenges, though, in life as well. You definitely make some kids that you definitely make some, I don't want to say enemies, you make some kids you don't like, you find out, okay, I don't really want to be around these people, but it does come with the benefit of, hey, I can hang out with these people at the same time.
Nice. And because of your confidence now in yourself, it's a lot easier to make those decisions.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to approach people, make more friends, and overall get better. And to just kind of, if I do get into a situation where I'm like about to get in a fight, just stand up and walk out. Keep my pride and keep the respect that I've earned along the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I try to tell my son, my son found wrestling because he was always the smallest kid in the class, a little bully, things like that, right? People know. And now that doesn't happen to him anymore, right? But,
No,
but
I was the exact same way. I'm always the smallest kid in the room by
yeah,
at least a foot.
yeah. But now I tell him, look, there's no need to do that. Just simply say, listen, if you want to fight me, that's fine. We have wrestling practice every day at 3:30. Show up and we can wrestle. That's it. That's what I tell him. You don't need to fight right there's a place and time, right? Walking away gets you in a lot less trouble.
Yeah, it most certainly will.
And then you never know. You might have just got someone to join the team because after you whoop them, you might be like, oh man, yeah, maybe this sport isn't what I thought it was. Maybe I should join this sport. Next thing you know, you're friends, right?
Yep. It just changes. It's how wrestling works. One moment you want to beat someone up for beating you, and the next moment I want to go again. I won. I want to do it again. I want to win.
Next thing you know, you're out in the hall eating ice cream with them. This
Yep.
sport's cool. Now you said you guys aren't coming down. I didn't know if I think I'd imagine Camden's got a team coming down, but I didn't know if
I think it's our JV team that's coming down. Unfortunately, not me. I think I'm going to Gainesville. I think they said it's called
okay,
Gainesville
cool.
tournament.
Nice. That's the next one.
Yeah.
When is that? After New Year's or after?
Yeah, it's after, I believe. Yeah, it's after New Year's. I think it's the 15th.
Nice, cool. Well, so you got some time till you wrestle again, huh?
Yeah, so I can actually eat and
Enjoy.
drink a little bit of soda.
Yeah, I brought home a Whopper and my kids. I'm like, hey, it's 2 for $5. I can eat a Whopper. I'm not cutting weight, right? But it was 2 for $5, and I brought a Whopper home and like, Dad, we told you we can't eat that. We're gonna eat that on Christmas. We can't eat that now. And I'm like, that's why I brought one. You can split it. I'm such a bad influence. They're like, no. They're there making like grilled chicken and
A little bit of rice, a little bit of corn.
yeah. And I'm here like, Whopper, guys, fries. They're like, leave us alone, Dad. You're fat. I'm like, all right, I know. I like to eat. So what's your plan for the holidays? Are you staying in Georgia? I imagine you have family still back in PA. Are you
Yeah.
traveling?
We're probably just gonna, we're just gonna stay in Georgia and get as much practice in over the holiday, because there's no such thing as perfection in wrestling. Um, I'll take any practice I can get. So I said, nah, I don't really want to take this week off. Just drive me there. I'll take the extra 2 hours.
Good for you. Yeah. Well, like I said, we were quarantined there for a week or so, or 7 days, or 10 days, or 14 days, or whatever the hell the number is. And then, but we have some family coming up for Christmas. So my wife just asked that we kind of stay away from everything through Christmas Day, and then this way, family can come in and feel confident they can be here with us. And then after that, we'll go. I mean, I say family. They are family. It's not a ton of family, just a couple people, but still, it only takes one to give it to one, right? So
Yeah.
trying to keep it good. Well, that's good. Are you going to are you kind of like my kids? Are you trying to eat okay now so that you can chow down like a big pig on Christmas?
Yeah, I've been restricting myself to, okay, Only one piece of chicken. Okay. Maybe a protein bar as a snack. No soda.
Yeah, because my
Maybe a
wife,
can of soda.
we do, years ago, we changed from, we don't do like a big dinner or a big breakfast. We do a brunch. And my wife makes this homemade like French toast bake. And then I go up to one of the local meat markets and I get like the real maple bacon and the applewood bacon and the sausages. And she makes this whole big thing with eggs. And so all the kids are like, yeah, it's worth starving ourselves for a couple of days so we can hammer Christmas brunch. So that'll be fun. Well,
That's what we're doing too. We're just we're making brunch instead of having a super big dinner for Christmas.
yeah, I think when we adjusted there, I think it made sense and it's worked for us. And then we do a small dinner, nothing crazy, but the meal of the day is that brunch, and it's been a good transition. So
yeah,
as long as my wife is still willing to make the French toast bake, that's what we'll be doing. As soon as she says I'm not cooking anymore, then we're in trouble.
mm-hmm.
But hey, so this has been great. I hope you're having a good time.
Oh, I most definitely am. Any chance I can in wrestling, I'm having a great time. Win or lose, I'm gonna have fun.
That's awesome. Hey, so you go high C or ankle pick?
I'd have to say high C.
You go the peach cobbler or the peach pie? Is it the same thing? I don't know if it's the same thing.
No, I think there's a minor difference. I'm going peach cobbler.
Oh yeah. So when I came, every time I drive through Georgia, I stop at this one market. It's like the Orchards, and you walk into a line and they give you this bowl of peach cobbler homemade. Yo, I'm done right there. I fall asleep. I eat it and then I just take a nap in the car.
Where is it? Yeah, I gotta get some of it.
I'm gonna get the name. I have a jar of it, of the maple butter or the apple butter in my cabinet. So I'll have to get the name for you and I'll message you.
All right.
Because I can't run over there. I mean, I can run over there now if you want me to, but it's oh man, why can't I think of the name? I always just kind of know the area I'm in, so then I type in like peach orchard and it shows up. I'm like, that's the one. I'll send it to you. Half or Cradle?
I typically get in Cradles a lot more, so I'm gonna just have to say Cradle.
You go fries or tater tots?
Fries all the way.
Nice. Double or single?
It's kind of weird for me. I'm a left leg lead, but I get to shoot doubles a lot more.
Ah, nice. Peanut butter cups or Snickers?
Snickers.
Arm throw or arm drag?
I'd say an arm throw.
Gummy bears or Sour Patch Kids?
Sour Patch Kids.
Everybody. Sour Patch Kids are the winner. Head and arm or suplex?
Head and arm.
Captain Crunch or Lucky Charms?
Captain Crunch.
Oh yeah. I'm 44 years old and there's still always a box of Captain Crunch in the cabinet.
The one here that's gonna stick all the time.
Yeah, that stuff is so good. Hey, well, listen, I really appreciate having you on. I'm glad you came on. Thanks to your mom and dad for letting me have you. And they're obviously doing really well with you. Keep doing big things. And man, keep the motivation, man. Keep remembering how you were treated so that you can move forward and do big things. And yeah, it looks like you're wrestling in some brackets that are tough. That 106 bracket, man, there's some hammers in Florida and Georgia. So yeah, keep there and doing your thing, and good luck with your season. And I hope I get to see you in person sometime.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for letting me have me. Thank you for having me on, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This was a blast. And you have a great holiday. Enjoy yourself. Be safe.
All right. You too, sir.
See you later.
See ya.